Jesus tells us the parable of the mustard seed. And in light of Father's Day tomorrow, I have this image of children as little mustard seeds. They start off really small. They grow before our very eyes. We don't know how. And they will grow to be the greatest of plants. But for this to happen, we need to help a little bit. We need to nurture these mustard seeds, these children in our midst, so that they can grow and become the largest of all plants. And there are a few things that we can do, tangibly do, to help in this process. And you don't have to be a father or a mother or even a relative to be able to do this. That's the wonderful thing. We can nourish them. If a child is going to grow, that child needs to be fed. And spiritually speaking, it is critical that we introduce our children to Christ at a very young age. You know, Jesus loved the little children, right? He was always calling the little children to himself, sometimes giving them priority over the disciples. So why should we not call our kids to Christ? We should have them introduced to the living God at a young age. We should point them towards the sacraments. We should bring them to and have them participate in Mass. And you know, in the last couple of years especially, I've seen that a lot here at St. Peter. Families come in and they have their baby baptized. And guess what? They stay. And they become part of our church family. And they get involved. And it's a beautiful thing. Let's keep that up. But you know, I've had conversations with some parents over the years. And they said to me, well, I'm not going to push my religion down my kid's throat. I'm going to let him decide when he's older if he wants to be baptized or confirmed. Let him decide then. My response is usually something like this. Do you let him eat what he wants? Maybe he wants Snickers, bars, and ice cream 3 times a day. You got to give it to him? No. Because we know better. We know what's good for our children. As these kids grow up, they will have opportunities to choose for Christ or not, for sure. But there's going to be these voices and these forces nipping at their heels pretty ferociously to lead them away from God. Shouldn't we give equal time and equal voice to the Lord who made them and wants the best for them? Another thing we can do to nurture these children in our midst, pray for them. Pray for them. I don't just mean, Lord bless my child, that's nice, but pray for them fiercely. Pray for them like there's a battle going on. Because you know what? There is. There's a battle going on. And the evil one wants nothing more than to rob us of our joy and our hope and our faith in the living God. And he loves to go after the vulnerable and the unprotected. He goes after our kids. Cover your children in prayer. Cover them in prayer. Even if they're older, they're all grown. Maybe they're struggling with their faith. Maybe they gave it up altogether. Pray for them. Pray that the Lord will break into their heart. That is something that we as humans can do. We can pray. But the Lord is the one who's going to provide growth. Pray for your kids. Guide your children. Parents, you are the first and primary teachers of the faith. Embrace that role. Embrace that role. You've got a captive audience with your kids, and they watch everything that you do. Start them out young. Pray with them, even if they don't understand the words. Read Bible stories to them, even if they don't understand the deeper meanings. Even if you don't understand the deeper meanings completely. Model a life of faith founded on Jesus Christ. Because when the light of Christ shines through you, it lands on them. Guide your children. And probably the most important of all, love. Love your little mustard seeds. Love your children. Just like you pray for them fiercely, love them fiercely. Encourage them. Spend time with them. Let them know that you love them. You know the best way to do that? Say the words. Say, I love you. It makes all the difference. You know, in my house growing up, I love you was not in the vocabulary. My folks were old school. They were from the old country. And I would say to my dad, Dad, do you love me? And he would say, I put a roof over your head. I put clothes on your bed. How can you ask me that? But do you love me? How can you ask me that? Or I'd say to my mom, Mom, I love you. And she'd say, I said, Mom, I really love you. Now, late in her life, my mom actually did say, I love you. She said it quite often. But my father never did. Not once. Say the words. It makes all the difference. So, whether you're a father, or a mother, or a grandparent, aunt, uncle, friend, or a passerby, you have a wonderful opportunity to be involved. To be involved in this wonderful process to nurture these mustard seeds, little, or maybe not so little, in your midst. And watch them grow and grow and grow before your very eyes. You don't know how, but the Lord does. And what a joy and wonder it is to be part of this wonderful process to watch the kingdom of God grow. Right here on earth. As it is in heaven. Which reminds me, how are you doing on your summer homework? If you've read Matthew chapter 5, you've heard about peace. If you've gotten to Matthew chapter 6, you've read about how Jesus introduces the Lord's Prayer, the Our Father, to his friends as a model of prayer. It's a wonderful prayer. Teach your kids to pray often, especially to reflect on this weekend as we celebrate our earthly fathers. One more thing. This is especially for all you dads out there, from me to you. No matter how old you are, no matter how old your kids are, tell your children you love them. Tell them early. And tell them often. They need to hear it. God bless you, fathers. May God bless us all.